Hey, and good afternoon. You are on the Ask a House Cleaner Show. I'm Angela Brown, and I'm here today with Trevor Steiner, and he is the owner of Pristine Clean Solutions. And I'm so excited that he's here today because he's going to tell us something that we have never talked about on this show before, and that is how to clean solar panels. Solar panels on the top of your roof. And you say, "What? I got to clean them?" Well, maybe you hire Trevor and he cleans them for you. But how do you clean them? It's a really good question. And I know now that I brought it up, you're probably wondering, how do you clean solar panels? So now today we have the expert himself to explain to us how you clean solar panels. Please help me welcome Trevor Steiner. How are you today?
Doing good, thank you.
Is there anything different that you would clean from the glass of the solar panel or the frame? Do you clean up the same way? Or is there a different technique or a different tool that you use to clean the frames of the solar panels?
So the frames themselves, I don't clean them. I guess the top face, they get cleaned with the rotary brush, but as far as like the sides, I don't worry about it. The only times I'll clean the frames is I don't know if you've seen, they're basically just decorative. They'll put them on the front sides. It just makes the solar panel system on somebody's home look a little better. Those I'll just wipe down by hand. Again, it doesn't do anything, of course, with like affecting the productivity, but it's, just that added extra little touch.
Yeah, just cosmetic.
Yep.
Are there different kinds of solar panels or are they all pretty much the same?
There's different sizes, different outputs. Some have like micro inverters on the back of them. Yeah, there's lots of different brands, manufacturers.
And are they all cleaned the same way or are there differences to clean different things?
They all clean the same. They may be different sizes and all that, but all you're really doing is you're cleaning glass.
Uh huh. Have you ever had anything malfunction while you were on a job?
Yeah, quite a bit. You try and keep everything well maintained and all that, but there's always something you might have to fix on the job. That's why having tools and having spare parts is always handy. I learned that as I go. Whenever you go buy a fitting, you should buy four of them. One less headache in the future. That picture we're looking at, the rotary brush, I've actually had that fall off the roof at one point. They're made pretty durable, so luckily it was okay, but that was a learning experience as well.
So when it fell off, did it just get dirty and now you had to like clean it up before you used it again?
It's got these little end caps on it, and
Uh-huh.
9 times out of 10, it's gonna fall vertical. So it broke one of the end caps.
So then you had to get all the way off the roof and like go figure out how to fix it and all the things.
Right, yep. At that point, I had to finish the job with the water fed pool. Again, it's nice having different options. So I was able to finish the job and get it fixed later on. But yeah, hopefully that never happens again.
So are you bringing water then from like a truck mount that you have? Or are you using the customer's hose? Like what's the process there?
I have a water tank that will do your average size system, maybe up to 30, 40 panels. Other than that, if it's a bigger job, I can hook up to the customer's water supply, which goes back into the tank and kind of keeps it filled up at all times. There's kind of like a float valve in there, so it doesn't overflow and kind of keeps it at the level I need it.
Got it. So Mark White has a question and he says, I may have missed it, but how do you charge? Is it by the square foot or panels? What is the standard or are both of them standard?
So I've never heard anybody charging by square foot. I've heard people charging by the panel and different factors, like I said, Spanish tile or 1 story, 2 story, the roof pitch. I just charge a flat rate for 1 story and 2 story up to 30 panels. If it's more than 30 panels, I'll go to charging per panel after that. And then when it comes to commercial, it's usually per panel, when you have hundreds or thousands.
And is the process for cleaning the same as it is residential versus commercial?
For the most part, there's, obviously different things like the commercial building may have a ladder access, but when it comes down to cleaning, it's typically the same.
Interesting. So, in closing, and I've loved this conversation, where can our listeners go to find you?
You can check us out on our website. It's pristinecleansolutions.com. You can check us out on Facebook, Instagram. I think that's roughly about it right now.
Thank you for joining us today, Trevor Steiner.